School is back in session, and this assignment is really late. I hope I can make up some extra credit later in the year. Welcome to week 32 of 5225, 52 Weeks of Loving Movies. This week we are talking about back to school, movies that take place in high school or college or school in general. Um, Same story as it's been the past few weeks. I was very, very busy, and that's why this is late. That's why I only watched two movies for this, and I am gonna have to keep this short, but like really short. Like if this is any longer than 5 to 10 minutes, something has gone horribly wrong. Uh, but I'm gonna just start off with the first movie, and get through this as quickly as possible. Which again, viewers, I'm so sorry. I wish I had more time to watch some more movies and I had more time to talk about them right now. And that is coming up. I'm going to be having more time. My kids are back in school now, hence this theme. And so hopefully that means I'm going to have a little bit more time. But as I'm recording, this is the first day of school. So it's just kind of a busy day today. And this weekend was really busy. It's why this is so late. But our first movie that we watched was School Ties from 1992. Now, this movie is like a reverse Dead Poet Society, which you'll hear me talk about Dead Poet Society later in this week. It was not part of this week because it is already planned. This movie, like I said, reverse Dead Poet Society. The teacher sucks. One kid is really confident and inspiring, and it takes place in a preparatory school, which is the same as Dead Poet Society. A notable thing about this, which if you've never seen it, it stars Brendan Fraser in the lead role, but it actually is like very early roles for several people that you will recognize. Like throughout this movie, I was like, it's him, because this was a first time watch for me. I'd seen bits of it, like I'd seen parts of it, but never the full movie, just like clips. So some of these people that were in it, I was like, oh, I had no idea that this person was in it. But it's an early movie role for Matt Damon, Chris O'Donnell, Cole Hauser, Ben Affleck, Anthony Rapp, which we already knew him from Adventures in Babysitting at this point. But a bunch of people, Michael Higgins, a bunch of people that are now pretty well known, or at least were at a time pretty well known. Were not super well known at this time, and this is where they make their debut. Now for this movie, I'm just gonna, as I said, gonna be real quick. I did enjoy this movie. I thought it was pretty good. It didn't live up to kind of my standards of a school movie, because I do love a school movie. I'm a big coming of age movie person, so it really didn't hit the notes for me like I had hoped it would. But I found it very good. If you don't know, it's about a Jewish kid in 1950s at a preparatory school who gets transferred there because he's really good at football, and they kind of bring him over to have him play football for them. And this is during a time when there's a lot of very open anti-Semitism, and so Brendan Fraser's character David has to keep his who he is under wraps so he doesn't get judged by his people. One thing I found kind of funny is that Brendan Fraser, who is not Jewish, is bullied a lot in this movie by Anthony Rapp, who is Jewish, for being Jewish. So I thought that was that was an interesting dynamic there. One very positive thing I will say about this movie, and it's kind of a joke, so I apologize for leading it in that way. But honestly, it's not. The cinematographer deserves a medal of some sort for shooting a whole shower fight scene where people are actively fighting and wrestling around on the ground without showing a single visible wang. Very impressive. Um, but I am going to move on from that. Yeah, see, it's fast. To the second movie that I watched, the other movie, which is a rewatch. I've seen this movie several times, and that is Election from 1999. Um, if you haven't seen this movie, I highly recommend it. It's funny. It's anxiety inducing. It's just a very good, fun movie that it's like almost a political thriller set in a high school, but it's a comedy. It's by Alexander Payne. Wrote and directed this one, and it's one that I really love. It's one that I've always really liked, but there's something about it when I watch it this time that really hit for me this time. That I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's because I'm older and some of the political side got to me. Maybe it's because I probably older than Matthew Broderick's character was in this movie, and so I can see some of those middle aged things just because I've experienced them. But yeah, I this movie's funny. It Chris Klein, who's just not the best actor, but he does play a specific type of meathead jock himbo type character really well, knocks it out of the park in this movie. Reese Witherspoon in her best high strung goody two shoes role, is so good. Matthew Broderick and at his weakest and wimpiest, Matthew Broderick has played two kinds of roles in his life, and he's excellent at both. The really confident guy who talks to a camera, and the really weak and with zero self-confidence adult character who uh, can't can't keep himself together, and he plays the latter in this one, and he does it expertly. But if you've never seen an Election, I highly recommend it. um, uh, and that's going to bring us, I know so little to talk, I said so little there about that movie. Just go watch it. It's a really good and fun movie. Um, but I'm gonna have to move on from this because I do have just so much to do after I get done recording this, which is going to bring us to our preview for next week, week 33, which is another director spotlight. We're about to get into some really heavy hitters, some themes that I've been excited about all year, because we're going to get into the birthdays of my mom and sister, which are going to involve movies that they liked, and they're both passed on. So I'm very interested in getting into those later down, in the next couple weeks. My birthday's coming up, so there's like a whole lot of themes going on through there. Plus, we get, because we're in October, we get into October with the spooky season, a bunch of themes there. Go through the holidays with a lot of really great themes. So we're going to take it a little bit easy with this week with Director Spotlight. Also, it's Wednesday as I'm recording this, and I haven't started watching any because I haven't even spun the wheel yet. So we're about to find out together which director I get to watch. All right, and here we go. I'm going to spin now. Round and round it goes. Where it stops, no one knows. And it is going to be Amy Heckerling. I've already covered on this show, maybe two. No, just one. But there is a few of hers could fit in this category of school related movies. But that'll be fun. I hope there's some that I'm sure there's some that I haven't seen. But if not, we knew that on some themes there were going to be movies that it wasn't going to work out, that I wasn't going to have seen them. So but I'm certain there are. I don't know her filmography off the top of my head, except for Clueless and Fast Times and stuff like that. But yeah, so I'm excited about that. So tune in next next week to hear me talk about Amy Heckerling. What are some of your favorite Amy Heckerling movies? What are some of your favorite back to school movies? Have you seen the movies that I watched? Did you like them? Talk to me in the comments. Thanks.